Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jaya Radha. Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jaya Radha. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतसी श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय नितिल्ला प्रविष्ट विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतसी श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा मई यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री श्री गौनिताय की जय। श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमयी की। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious Shri Guru and Guru and Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Dhayat Mudirayet Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatiruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistikim. So we continue our reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 25. Chapter entitles The Characteristics of King Puranjana, text number 33. Na vidama vayam samyak kartaram purusarsabha atmanas cha parasyapi gotram nama cha yatkritam na vidama vayam samyak na vidama vayam samyak kartaram purusarsabha atmanascha parasyapi gotram nama cha yatkritam na vidama vayam samyak kartaram purusarsabha atmanascha parasyapi gotram nama cha yatkritam na vidama vayam samyak kartaram purusarsabha atmanascha parasyapi gotram nama cha yatkritam Na, do not. Vidama, no. Vayam, I. Samyak, perfectly. Kartaram, maker. Purusha Risabha, O best of human beings. Atmanaha, of myself, cha, and parasya, of others, api, also, gotram, family history, nama, name, cha, and yat kritam, which has been made by whom. Translation. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The girl said, O best of the human beings, I do not know who has begotten me. I cannot speak to you perfectly about this, nor do I know the names or the origin of the associates with me. Translation responsibly. The girl said, O best of the human beings, I do not know who has begotten me. I cannot speak to you perfectly about this, nor do I know the names or the origin of the associate with me. Purport. The living entity is ignorant of his origin. He does not know why this material was created, why others are working in the material world, and what is the ultimate source of this manifestation is. No one knows the answer to these questions, and this is called ignorance. By researching into the origin of life, the important scientists are finding some chemical compositions or cellular combination. But actually no one knows the original source of life within this material world. The phrase Brahma Jigyasa is used to indicate the inquisitiveness to know the original source of our existence in this material world. No philosophers or scientists or politicians actually know where from we have come, why we are here, struggling so hard for the existence, and where we will go. Generally, people are of the opinion that we are here accidentally, and that is, as soon as the body are finished, all our dramatic activities will be finished, and we will become zero. Such scientists and philosophers are impersonalists or voidists. In this verse, the girl is expressing the actual position of the living entity. She cannot tell Puranjan her father's name because she does not know from where she has come. Nor does she know why she is present in this place. She frankly says that she does not know anything about all this. This is the position of the living entity in this material world. There are so many scientists, philosophers, and big leaders, but they do not know where from they have come, nor they know why they are busy within this material world to obtain position, so-called happiness. In this material world, we have many nice facilities for living, but we are so foolish that we do not ask who has made this world habitable for us and has arranged so nicely. Everything is functioning in order, but people foolishly think that they are produced by chance in this material world, and that after the death they will become zero. They think that this beautiful place of habitation will automatically remain. Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitanmena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatpakanchani Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpaturuvescha Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I'm certainly not qualified to sit here and speak in front of the such senior Vaishnavas here. For my own purification and for the so we'll speak and share some words of wisdom. That is to honor the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Mainly it is for my own purification, so please forgive it. So we continue to hear this wonderful narration that is so expertly that has presented by Narada Muni. Narada Muni is so expert that he is able to present the very intricate, very philosophy in so expertly according to the time, place, circumstances. He is able to present the same philosophy of for us to of performing a devotional service to the Lord, but he's presented according to the audience. So the current audience is our Prachinivari, the King Prachinivari. As we know that this chapter is particularly dealing the conversation that's taking place between King Prachinivari and Narada Muni. King Prachinivari is so much engrossed in performing a karma kanda of. Sometimes we get asked, what's wrong with karma kanda? Karma kanda will actually generate so much piety that based on that person is given a place or given a body, or second, it becomes a person which becomes a pious, and then that leads for that person to be a greater person in the future life as well. Not only this life, but next life as well. But the karma kanda, it has a limitation of just being a good in this material world. It just goes on to birth, death, cycle, that goes in a cycle. Even though the person is in the positive, is having a piety, but it limits to this material world. So Narad Muni meets the king and he points out to the Prachinivari, because he's a sacrificing animal in the sacrifice. By his grace, Prachinivari, Narad Muni is able to give him a vision that, look, the animals you're killing, they're waiting for you next life. That's not the highest things you could do. In the text 4 of this chapter, text 25, Narada Muni asking Parachinipa, "My dear king, what do you desire to achieve by performing these fruitive activities?" Huh? The chief aim of this life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy the happiness. But these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activities. He's just coming to the point straight away. What are you doing? Then, of course, the king immediately, knowing the personality he is talking to, immediately surrenders. That's also what happened in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Gita. Lord Krishna did not speak the whole first chapter, so many 42 or plus many verses in the second chapter. Until the Arjuna surrender, he says, "Karpanya doso pahatat subhava prichami tvam dharma sammudha cheta." Up until this, Arjuna was giving all the arguments, why he shouldn't be performing his duty. Up until he said, "I am a mudha, sammudha cheta," my heart. Then Lord Krishna begins to speak. The whole Bhagavad Gita begins from that, the surrender. Similarly, here also, the king is also now surrendered to the Narad Muni. He says, this is on the text 32. Na janami mahabhaga. Na janami, I do not know. O mahabhaga, maha means, oh great soul. Param karma pabidha dhi bruhime bimalan jnanam ena bimucha karma bhi. King said, "O great soul, O Narada, my intelligence is entangled in the fruitive activities, therefore I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of this entanglement." As soon as now king is surrendered now to Narad Muni, and Narad Muni is presenting the whole philosophy of Krishna consciousness. So, it is important that, yes, we also need to go and approach a bona fide spiritual master and surrender. And then the blessing, the mercy that will flow from the great personalities. So this is what took place between Narada and the Prachinivari. Prachinivari surrendered. Now, you telling me this, you're right. And now immediately he surrenders and he accepts the instruction from Narada Muni. Now, Narada Muni is so expert. He's not telling the king directly and immediately. He will spend about 4 or 5 chapters just going around and making a whole philosophy into a very allegorical. Even though he's telling the philosophy, because now he's speaking to the king. He doesn't want to really say, you surrender. He's going to tell the whole story through the whole allegorical. So he begins to speak with he puts the story of Puranjana. Now, who is Puranjan? Us. Yes. So he's talking about king and everybody. So he says, there's a king called Puranjana, and he is in search of happiness. He travels all over the planet. And he's looking for a place to settle and looking for a place to find a happiness. So in search of, to enjoyment. Where does he reach? Sorry? City of nine gates. Yes. City of nine gates. What is the city of nine gate? Sorry? The body. Yes. The nine gates. What are the nine gates? Eyes, nostrils, mouth, ears, anus, and genital. Yeah? So this is the body, nine gates. Huh? In text 14, it says, the city was surrounded by walls and parks. Within it there was towers, canals, windows, and outlets. The house were there decorated with domes made of gold, silver, and iron. Now let's analyze this sloka. What is he saying? What's the city here? Narada is saying city. City is body. Yes? Now what's wall? Skin. Correct. So body, and there's a skin. And park. Narada is saying park. Anyone know what the park refers to? Sorry? Hairs on the body. She's correct. Yes. Towers. Any guess? Towers. Head and nose. See, the head is very tall. Nose also raised from the body. So, towers is head and nose. Canals in the city. Not quite. Sorry? Veins, yes. Wrinkles. Prabhupada calls it wrinkles in the body. Some parts are wrinkles. So they are considered as canals. Outlets. Different holes. Windows. Eyes. Excellent. Wow. And dome made of gold, silver, and iron. Any guess? Three modes of material nature. Sattva gun is made of gold, Rajagun, passion, and iron is mode of ignorance. So it says the city. So the city was surrounded by walls, park. Within there was towers, canals, windows, and outlets. Houses were made of they were decorated with domes of gold, silver, and iron. So this is what is the description of our body indirectly. In text 15 it says, the floors of the house in the city were made of sapphires, crystals, diamonds, pearls, emeralds, and rubies. Because of the lust of the house in this capital, the city was compared to the celestial town named Bhogavati. Now anyone would like to guess what the floor of sapphire, crystal, diamond is representing here? Sorry? Pranas? Not quite, no? It's the plan for material enjoyment. All the allurements, all the jewels and sapphires, and they're all shiny and glittery, and it just got all that attraction, allurement that comes in. So these are all our plans. So we have studied now the city. City has got all those features, and it has also decoration. So decoration is compared to all our plans and desires that we want to go and enjoy. Text 16, it says, in the city there were many assembly houses, street crossings, streets, restaurants, gambling houses, markets, resting place, flags and festoons, and beautiful park. All these surrounded the city. Now what is the Narada Muni comparing the assembly house to? Any guess? Assembly house is like a heart. It's going to? Street crossing in streets. What is it that coming to? Sorry? Thoughts, yes, close. Desires, different types of air within the body. Because the street is like flowing, going this way or that way. Air also flows thoroughly. So different types of body. I'll come to that. There's 5 types of air in the next. Restaurant, gambling houses, marketplace. What is that compared to? What is it here in this allegory? Eyes, nose and ears. That knowledge acquiring senses mainly is referring to. Because through that, a living entity enjoys different kind of activities. It's like restaurants, gambling places, marketplace. It's place of attraction for enjoyment. So that's compared to eyes, nose, and ear, or the knowledge acquiring senses. Resting place. Any guess? Close. Resting place is considered is a body. Full body. Flags and festoons. Palms and souls are considered flags and festoons. Garden or nice solitary place in park. Any thoughts? Sorry? So gardens and nice solitary parks. What are they compared to? What is it allegorically that Narad Muni is giving? It's the favorable conditions surrounding the sex impulse. So the garden and everything is solitary place. You just get it. That's that living entity has that the propensity or the impulse to enjoy the sex life. That's considered the garden and solitary place are considered to that. In text 19, in such an atmosphere, even the animals of the forest become non-violent and non-envious like great sages. Consequently, the animals did not attack anyone. Over the above, everything was cooing of the cuckoos. Family life. Any passenger passing along the path was invited by the atmosphere to take rest in this nice garden. Now this whole sloka, can anyone like to guess what Narad Muni is going to? Sages like animal, very, give you a hint. They don't attack. They have cuckooing, the nice. Yes. Families, family members, relatives, kids, and all that circumstances. So living entity now has got a family, kids. Then they have a nice talk and they're growing up and everything. So that's Narad Muni is compared to that. It's a family life. While wandering here and there, the wonderful garden, the King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Now, who is a wife compared to here? What's a wife compared to? No. Intelligence. The wife is compared to intelligence of an individual person. Now, she had 10 servants. Any guess? Senses. 10 senses. So she has now, the wife is compared to intelligence of the living entity, and 10 servants of that wife which is accompanying is 10 senses. Each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Now, who are these hundreds of wives? Not quite. Sorry? Desires. Yes. We have hundreds and thousands of desires that come through these senses. Senses are the sense of desire, and then then we have hundreds and thousands of desires that are compared to the servants of these 10 servants, and each had many hundreds of thousands of wives. The wives that compared to here is desires. Living in it has got so many desires. The woman was protected on all sides by 5-hooded snake. She was very beautiful and young, and she happened to very anxious to find a suitable husband. Now, what's 5-hooded snake is? Sorry? Yes. 5 types of air in the body. Now, body has got 5 types of air. It's life. Without the air, the body does not last. So it is mentioned as 5 types of air. So that's compared to 5-hooded snake. So she was, what is it? The woman was protected on all sides by the 5-hooded snakes. So the five types of air are apana vayu, which flows downwards. So our body has got 5 types of body there. One, the apana vayu is flowing with the air that which flows downwards. For example, you have you when you evacuate, the air pushes your extract. Or if you have to urinate, that pushes. So whichever that flows downwards, pushes downwards, that is called apana vayu. Next is vyana vayu, that acts. So if you shrink and expand, that's called vyana vayu. Other one is samana vayu. Samana vayu means that keeping the body in equilibrium, or so you don't fall. What is controlling our body is that there's a type of body, air is called samana, means that keeps the body, you'll be able to move and it keeps you balanced. That's called samana. And udana vayu, that goes upwards. Any air that comes upwards from the system, that's called udana vayu. And finally there is a prana vayu. Prana vayu is situated within the region of respiratory here. And it is mentioned that the soul and super soul is residing within that prana vayu. So sometimes you probably hear the term pran chale gaye, means pran has gone. That means that the soul residing within the prana vayu has now gone. The super soul. Yes, bro.
When we hear the phrase life force,
Yeah.
is that the prana?
Yes, life force is prana.
Sometimes
That's right.
I get confused because the soul is the life provider, and the super soul is the being. But
as I understand,
exactly this air, prana?
yeah, prana is the very fine air that is only within the region of this area, which is mainly in heart, where the super soul, because otherwise super soul, see, if the material body which is made of flesh, bones and all kinds of things, heart is also just full of blood. So where is the soul and super soul residing? They reside within that air. That air is called a prana. Yeah, sure. That's what I understand. It's the same. It's synonymous. Yes. Yeah. So she is accompanied by 5 hooded snakes. So there are 5 types of air, vital air that is keeping the body protected. Or beauty of a woman is also mentioned. Anyone want to guess what's beauty of the woman is compared to here? Objects of the sense enjoyment by the mind and senses. That's the beauty of the woman. Because anything that's beautiful, anything that's glittering, anything they would like to enjoy. I mean, it represents the form of the body, but anything that's beautiful is the objects of the sense enjoyments. That's compared. In text 27, my dear lotus-eyed, who now the king is now, the Puranjan has met this lady. Now he's asking question to this lady. The king says, my dear lotus-eyed, who are these 11 strong bodyguards with you? 11 strong bodyguards. Anyone want to guess? Absolutely correct. Very nice. 10 senses and mind. There are 11 bodyguards of the living entity. Okay. And who are these 10 specific servants? Who are those women following these 10 servants? Who is the snake that is preceding you? So here the women who's following the 10 bodyguard or the body senses is desires or wives. Snake is a life force. So this was just a revision of what we have thus studied so far. So how Narad Muni is very expertly putting the whole message of Krishna consciousness, appealing to the audience according to the king, what he can handle, how he can handle. That's the expertise of the preacher, able to present the philosophy in such a way that's, so put it there. In the instance of, like, again, the Narad Muni preaching to Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva Maharaj went to the forest and Narad Muni met him, what did he tell him? He told him, you're a little kid, go back and play. So the audience there, it was just testing, of course he was testing him, his determination, but he just put it right away and said, he's just a little kid, go home and play with your toys. To test him. Of course, Dhruva Maharaj being a Kshatriya, he had all that determination. Of course, he said, no, I'm not going home till I get what I want. Then Narad Muni gives him the whole instruction of how to get what you want. He gives him the process. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, chant this holy name of Lord Krishna, worship Lord Krishna, and go to Madhuvan and do a tapasya there, and you'll get what you want. Very interesting, another very similar pastimes, similar instruction that Narad Muni gives. Narad Muni is a guru of many, throughout the Bhagavatam he will be coming almost every canto, he comes. He's there. He's a very active person because he's a pure devotee. He wants to preach. He wants to give this Krishna consciousness to wherever possible, whoever possible, wherever. So he's there. He appears practically every canto. In the 6th canto, he's preaching to Haryasvas. Who are the Haryasvas? Sons of Daksha. Yes, the 10,000 sons of Daksha. They come in the lineage. So the Daksha he's given a task to populate the world. So he had 10,000 sons Same as what Parchinibari is telling the Prachetas, in order to populate, go and do some tapasya and purify your consciousness before you propagate, so you can have the right progeny in the. So similarly, Daksha also instructs his sons, 10,000 sons, Haryasvas. And guess what? What happens? Narad Muni comes there. Just like for Prachetas, Lord Shiva came and instructed him, Narad Muni comes there again. Very interestingly, he gives the instruction just in a couple of few verses. Whole entire philosophy of Krishna consciousness is just a very... Because now he's speaking to a people, the audience. He give them little instruction or some instruction that is just, you don't need to go around the bush and beat around the bush, just like for this king, because he was so much engrossed in the karmakandic, ritualistic, pious activities. He had to go through all this Babylon and telling this mind and wives and 5-foot snakes and this and that, and then to make at the end, this king will say, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" He still didn't understand. Then Narad Muni, then he says, "I'm talking about you." So in this instance, he gives a similar instruction. Listen to this, very, very wonderful. See, this is now Narad Muni speaking to this, the 10,000 sons of Daksha. This is in the 6th canto, chapter 5, text number 6 to 8. Great says, Narad Muni says, "My dear Haryasvas, you have not seen the extremity of this earth." Now listen from this line very carefully. "There is a kingdom where only one man lives, and where there is a hole, from which having entered, no one emerges. A woman there who is extremely unchaste, adorn herself with the various attractive dresses, and the man who lives there is her husband. In that kingdom, there is a river flowing both directions. A wonderful home made of 24 materials. A swan that vibrates various sounds. An automatically revolving object made of sharp razors and thunderbolts. You have not seen all this, and therefore you are inexperienced boys without advanced knowledge. How then will you create progeny?" Did you get the message? Did you hear? There's a kingdom. There's a one man. There's a prostitute or unchaste lady. So if you hear this for the first time, what is it really? Now these princes, they were smart, and listen to how they understood this whole narration of this. So Narad Muni mentions there is only one man lives. Anyone can guess what the king interpreted that as? Sorry? She's close. All right. There is a kingdom where only one man lives. That means, this is the interpretation they interpreted. The only enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who absorbs everything everywhere. So there's one man in the kingdom. Entire kingdom is created by Krishna, God. So there is only one man who's the king of that kingdom. So what was the second one? Where there is a hole from which, having entered, no one emerges. Anyone want to guess Sorry? No, not quite. Sorry? Not quite, no. It's the going back to spiritual world, back to Godhead. So what is it? So there's a hole from which, having entered, no one emerges. Means once you return back home, back to Godhead, you are in what you're supposed to be. 3. There is a woman there, extremely unchaste, adorned with various attractive dresses. Any guesses? Sorry? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay, all right. Here is the answer. The unsteady intelligence of every living entity is like a prostitute who changes its dress just to attract one's attention. So intelligence. So that the unchaste or the beautiful woman is compared to, again, the intelligence. Because intelligence is always looking for something to enjoy. He deploys mind, he deploys the senses, and then wants to enjoy. So that is compared to here as woman. Again, same thing, Narad Muni also compares the woman as a... Now, there is a... Okay. 4. Man who lives there is her husband. Sorry? Mine, yes. No. If a living entity has polluted intelligence, he prolongs his materialistic life. Man who lives there, so it's a living entity. Yes, sorry. Yes, somebody said soul, wasn't it? That's right. Yes, you're correct. Yes, living entity. In that kingdom, there is a river flowing both directions. No. River that is flowing both direction. Nope. Creation and dissolution. See, this is the... Okay. And the wonderful home made of 24 materials. Any guesses? That's an easy one. Sorry? 24 elements, yes. So the wonderful home, that is material 24 actually Narad, it says 25. Anyone want to give? So 20 is 5 working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, sense objects 5, and so there's working senses. I'm getting confused now. There's 20 altogether, 5 of these 20. Then false ego, mind, intelligence 23, and what do we got here? And then there's so intelligent, the contaminated consciousness, and 3 modes. They are 25 elements, as mentioned here. 20. So 24th was contaminated consciousness, and then there's 25th is the 3 modes of material nature. Now, there was a swan that vibrates various sounds. Anyone guess what the swan is representing here? Narad Muni's? Yes, sastras, or the knowledge, or the shastra. The swan is vibrating very beautiful. So shastra or Vedic literature is compared to a swan here. An automatically revolving object made of sharp razors and thunderbolt. What that could be? Sorry? No. No, I'll give you a hint. When he says automatically revolving. Time. Yes. Time is considered to here like a sharp razor that no one can stop. And so, let's read the translation once again, just to see how Narada Muni is now preaching. Same thing, giving very. It says, my dear Haryasvas, you have not seen the extremity of the earth. There is a kingdom where only one man lives. That is Krishna. And there is a hole from which, having entered, no one emerges. That is spiritual world. A woman, there is extremely unchaste and adorn herself with the various attractive dresses. That is our intelligence and senses and all that. Man who lives there is her husband, which is his soul. In that kingdom there is a river flowing both directions. What was the both direction river? Creation and dissolution. And wonderful home made of 25 materials, which is body. Swan that vibrates various sounds, that is our Vedic literatures. And automatically revolving objects, time. So that Narada Muni says, you have not seen all this, and therefore, see, the point I'm trying to make is the Narada Muni is giving as the audience, as what's appropriate for that particular time, place, and circumstance. He's giving. Now he just gave this instruction, and these 10,000 sons, they permanently stayed they said, no, we don't want to get married, we don't want to go this, and then they stayed devotee and then dedicated their life, and then they went back home, back to Godhead. What's the time like? Okay. So Prabhupada also makes few points in the purport. He says, why this? So see, if you look at the text, the now lady is responding to King Puranjan. He's saying, I do not know where I come from. So lady is like representing us, like we as a living entity don't know why this material was created, where have I come from, and what is what is the source of all this creation? What's the purpose? And Prabhupada makes like all these leaders, the politicians, the scientists, and everybody is just giving all this, but actually in the factual, the answer is unknown to them. They do not know. So, why this material was created? Because the living entity wanted to enjoy. So there's a whole facility is created by Krishna. Why everyone is working in this material world? It's just survival. We are put into this situation, now it's our survival. We have to work. We have to sustain our life. Yeah? What is the ultimate source of manifestation? Where is this creation? Who created this manifestation? Lord Krishna. Scientists will go around the bush and say, they're trying to find out, analyze every atom, everything, and trying to come to this, find out what the creation is. Just simply accept what's that's given in the Shastra. Creator is God. Simple. They want to just put the God aside, and then they will go through whole elaborate, the exercise of trying to find out what the God is. No one here in this material can claim that we created. Somebody else is created. The politician didn't create the creation. The scientists, politicians, leaders, and everybody, no one created. It's there. And Prabhupada makes a very point, it's the whole creation is functioning such a wonderfully, and yet our leaders and the scientists and all those, they're telling us this came out of chance. What rubbish. So this is what Prabhupada is hammering on this verse. So it's so it's 9:05. So it's any questions or comments on the there will be a lot more. That's, yes, thank you. I mean, the whole, this 4 or 5 chapters is going through all this indirect method of explaining the message. You'll be hearing later on the Jara, Kalakanya, Chandavega. These are all different. It's all referring to our existence. As you come, a very interesting, very, very interesting way of preaching, yes.
I know that in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita it's written that it's only to be given this knowledge by people who are austere as such. Is this the reason why it's written in such a way as, you have to be a genius to some measure to be able to work it out without hearing it from somebody else who has understanding?
Yes, yes. Therefore, in the whole, there is quite a bit of a stress is given in the Vedic literatures that we should be inquiring from such person that has, like gurus. For example, Narad Muni, they can enlighten. Yes, if you open up Bhagavad Gita, you can read whole thing. You can read it, but how much you will understand, you will still need the assistance of the person who has actually realized that knowledge.
What you read is based on your own thoughts.
That's correct.
Toxic.
Yeah, could be, yes, depending on that. So yes, so that is our wonderful literatures, wonderful the system that it's there. So simply we follow, we all good. Yeah, such a wonderful science. Any other? Okay, we'll end here. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.